My ship blew up in the middle of the ocean. I'm the only survivor, and I seem to be stranded on an uncharted island, God knows where, just trying to survive. This is my story. This is incredible. Something bad happened here, and it looks like it happened quick. But what? It seems to be some kind of receiving room or security station. There's not much left, but I did find some much-needed weapons, as well as a few ammo boxes and supply crates. I was going to try and access the terminal here, but by the looks of it, I don't think it's going to work. This place reeks of mold, stale farts, and a heavy chemical smell that doesn't seem healthy. Whatever it is, it's making my rad counter go crazy. That sound bellowing from my Pip-Boy is definitely telling me it's not safe in here. Stupidly, I decided to do a quick search anyways. I found a storage room with some supplies, which will be useful. I also found what looks like barracks, or a bunk room for whoever was here before. There is some decent furniture that I could really use. It had a full bathroom with a shower, toilet, and sink, but no running water. I found a shelf with some medical supplies, so I grabbed them. I'll have to snag this shelf too when I have a chance. When you're stuck on a desert island, the last piece of wall art you want is a picture of a desert island. But I'll take it. At this point, I was getting concerned about the amount of rads I was taking, so I made a hasty retreat back to Casa Grancho to grab the hazmat suit. Thanks, Dusty Dave. I think with this thing, it will be safer to explore further into the vault. Once back at the vault, I began hacking the other terminal, or trying. With my serious genius hacker face on, I typed away, confident with my newly acquired skills. Unfortunately, password 123 was not the magic key. But I am pretty confident I will bust this thing open in no time. Maybe not. Apparently, I'm really bad at this, but I kept at it. Man, Dusty Dave's hazmat suit smells awful, by the way. Typing with gloves on is something I'm not sure anyone trains for. I haven't, and I find it really annoying. Finally, I hacked it. It only took 2 hours, but I got it. The door led to a long stairwell. And I mean a really long stairwell that appeared to transcend down to the pits of hell itself. I proceeded cautiously. A trip or fall on these stairs would be a never-ending tumble down to who knows what, probably breaking my legs in the process and forcing me to breathe Dusty Dave's rank suit for days as I drag my battered body to safety. I'll take a hard pass on that. I eventually came upon a small landing with a couple more doors. Both are locked and need to be hacked. I have no interest in spending another couple hours doing that, so I continued down. I'm taking every step carefully. After all, there might be some leftover beer down there. You never know. The stairs eventually led to a large flooded utility room, or something like that. There's some large machinery and computers in here, but none of them seem to be working, or haven't worked in a very long time. I did find some more crusty, soggy, dead people floating around, but no primo burial package for these guys. They can just chill here. There are more signs of cave-ins, and the place is flooded with some pretty rank water, mainly coming from the room above. I will definitely have to explore that later if I can find a way up there. The door behind the waterfall opened up into a break room, or lunchroom, also flooded. There was a stairwell to the right that was completely flooded with scary, dark, stinky water. No way was I gonna swim into that. The door on the back side of the lunchroom was locked tight. I will have to come back another time and hack that. Right now, my first order of business is to gather as many needed supplies as I can and head back. Survival log, day 32. I made a rather handy raft with some empty barrels and wood planks. My plan was to float several loads of these newfound supplies back to Casa Grancho by simply wading it around the shoreline. I spent about a week doing this, back and forth, day in, day out, motivated simply by the idea of obtaining many of the worldly items I left behind when they sank to the bottom of the ocean. With these new items and with some of my leftover building supplies, I felt a new motivation and eagerness to continue on with construction. What I really want to do is start in on my bedroom area. After all, Casa Grancho will not be complete without a master suite. Let's get started. Survival log, day 48. I got a lot of work done here at Casa Grancho. The master suite is looking even better with the new bunk addition, not to mention some of the other vault-lifted pieces of furniture. All of it was worth the hassle of pushing them halfway across the island. My pad is definitely feeling a little more comfy, and soon, with the addition of a cooking area or kitchen, it will definitely feel more like home. I grabbed a small generator from the vault, and with a few spare parts from the vertibird and some ingenuity, I was able to get it up and running. It worked pretty good, I have to say, and provided me with some much-needed lighting at night. I have to use it sparingly, though, because fuel is low and a big concern right now. Unless I can find more at the vault, if I can't, well, no fuel, no power. And no more lights. I've been building so much that I haven't been back to the vault in almost a week. My plan is to head back over there and explore further, but there seems to be a major storm front coming in, so I think the smart thing is to wait for it to pass. I seem to be on a lucky streak as of late. The last storm has claimed another victim and has washed ashore a giant barge loaded with what looks like a great amount of supplies and material. Unfortunately, I don't see any survivors. Well, looks like I'm now a proud owner of a rusty van. Not sure I have any use for one, but I have one. Most of the other stuff on the barge look very useful, especially the pallet full of cram. I can't wait to eat cram for 100 days straight, says no one. Still no beer. Survival log, day 49. I headed out on my return trip to the vault to explore more and see what I can find that could be useful. As many times as I have now been in this vault, the desolation and eeriness of this place never seems to leave my consciousness. Something has happened here, and it doesn't look like it was a good thing. But my curiosity and the hope of finding more useful things drives me to search more. Like a jungle cat, I made my way down, sidestepping decade-old vines and slippery stair mold. I was able to gain access to the first door on the landing, and because of my incredible magazine self-taught hacking skills, it didn't take long. Upon entry, it looked like a lab or office-type area, but there are definite signs of a major altercation or violence. Explosion marks and debris cover the area. The computers and terminals are not functioning. The first door was a bathroom. Inside, there was another crusty guest sitting on the toilet. For real, it looks like he died in the middle of dropping a deuce. I didn't want to disturb his eternal movement, so I carefully reached around him and grabbed the stim packs from the med box. I left him in peace. There was another door on the far side of the room. It wasn't locked, and it opened without an issue. It looked like a double flight of stairs leading down. I descended carefully and came to yet another door. I opened it and couldn't believe what I saw. Lying in a pile on the floor are dead, crusty bodies. A lot of bodies. Maybe a couple dozen, all piled up and very dead. It's dark and hard to see through this helmet, but it looks like one of the walls has caved in too. Or is it a tunnel? It's hard to tell. This vault just continues to raise one red flag after another. Too many to count at this point, but I feel the urge to continue. Explore deeper into the darkness. And against my better judgment, find out who or what is responsible for this. On second thought, maybe not.